But yeah, not to rant on random shit, but I finally thought I'm gonna have some money finally to save up and deal with. But like I guess about 6 months ago, I got a new muffler on my car, and I'm about ready to leave work today, and I noticed my muffler is like falling off. I mean, I don't know. That's the only thing that's keeping me from driving to Uno's. I don't want to get pulled over and harassed by the cops again. Oh, did I tell that story? Try? Did you hear that one?
No.
I think you just told me.
Oh, man. Yeah, I got pulled over and harassed by the cops. Jesus. It was on a Friday night at 10:30, and I'm heading back to my mom's house to go get more stuff to move in, and I'm just driving down this main road, like 3 miles from my apartment, going the speed limit, going through these stoplights that I have to get there, and a cop pulls me over. And so I get pulled over to 7-Eleven, no less. I get out my license and registration, I hand it to him, whatever, and he goes, and first of all, normally if a cop pulls me over, I'm kind of a little nervous or something because I know I've done something wrong. But, I had no idea what he was pulling me over for, so I'm just like, okay, whatever. I hand it to him, then he's like, I'm going to need to ask you to step out of the car. I'm like, okay. So I get out of the car, and he asks me all these questions. Why are you here? Where are you going? I tell him, I'm working. I just moved. And then he's like, where do you work? What do you do? Et cetera, et cetera. So I tell him, and he just kind of looks at me then for a second, and he's like, you have any weapons on you? I say no. He's like, all right, turn around. So he pats me down.
Winky.
And, yeah, winky. Oh, it gets even winkier, trust me. And so, I just figured, okay, what the hell? So he patted me down, then he's like, I'm going to need to have you get in my car.
What?
So he puts me in the front. Yeah. He puts me in the front seat of his cop car, which is strange in and of itself.
Wait, it was the front seat?
Yeah, I've never heard of that. Like, what the hell are you doing? So, I get in the front seat, and, he calls in.
You're on camera, right?
You doing in a place like this?
Indeed. So, I get in the front seat. He calls in my license and everything. It checks out. Shocking. And he's like, all right, seems you check, it's checked out and everything. He's like, I'm going to need you now to lean your head back, tilt your chin up, and close your eyes. I'm thinking, what the fuck?
He's going to slit your neck.
It was so strange because, it's an unmarked cop car. He was definitely a police officer, but like I told him specifically, I can't do that. Like, I couldn't do that in a friend's car. I would feel too awkward. I mean, what the hell is with that shit anyway? Like, tilt your head back, lean your chin up, close your eyes. What next? Pull down your pants and get an erection for me or something? So I tried to do this, and I just can't. He was like, no, try again. I'm like, I can't do that. So he's like, okay. He just looks off for a second. Then he looks at me real sharp, and he's like, when was the last time you smoked marijuana, PCP, or hash? And I just kind of chuckle. And I tell him, well, never. I've never smoked that. Are you kidding me? And so, yes. And so he, what'd he do? Oh, yeah, he was like, you mean to tell me you've never smoked marijuana? And I was like, officer, and, I don't have my clearance or anything for my job yet, but I tell him I do. I was like, I have a clearance for my job, and I'd lose my clearance in my job if I didn't. I was like, I have an active drug test. I just took one a couple of weeks ago for my job. I was like, so, I'm fine or whatever. So he just stares at me, and then he's like, here's your stuff back. He's like, you can go. Your taillight was burned out.
What?
And that's it. Like, I was just, pulled over specifically to be harassed by the police. I I was pissed. Next time I'm going to ask for his, badge number and, dispatching barracks and tell him the hell with him. It's private what I'm doing. He can search my car. I don't care.
A Bob Ross bumper sticker or something?
Well, I had a Ron Paul bumper sticker, so clearly I'm a danger to society. But yeah, pissed me off, ruined my night.
Dang it.
Oh, I
Sure,
think there's a
just-
highlight of my cop story. I think it's called My Christmas Adventure or something.
Oh.
That was pretty epic in and of itself, too.
You got any cop stories, Try?
I rear-ended a car once, and there was a cop there, and he gave me a ticket. That's about as epic as it gets.
What was the ticket for, Try? Vehicular manslaughter?
I think it was inattentive driving.
Oh. Were you playing your DS behind the wheel?
It was before the DS came out.
Try's just chugging a beer, smoking a
minute.
joint.
What did you do that caused him to pull you over?
No, he didn't pull me over. I said I rear-ended a car.
Oh.
So I mean,
Go on.
yeah, I wasn't pulled over. I wasn't pulled over. I mean, he showed up as you would expect a cop would. So yes, I don't have any exciting cop stories.
Too bad you didn't get my cop Try, or he would have probably asked you to rear-end him, too.